So today we're going to talk about equations. Look at this part. Equal. The point is that whatever you have on one side has to be equal to the other. So 3 equals 3. 2 plus 3 equals 5. Same numbers. Okay. Suppose we have this problem. 2 plus x equals 5. How are we going to find out what x is? Well, it's clearly 3, but let's think about this. What we need to do is isolate the x. Isolate. We want to get the variable isolated on one side. How do we do that? Take away the 2. But I have to do it to both sides. So 2 plus x minus 2 equals 5 minus 2. Well, let's look at this a little bit. The order doesn't matter. So let's go 2 minus 2 plus x equals 5 minus 2. Well, 2 minus 2 is 0. 0 plus x is, we might as well do this, 3. X equals 3. Sure. 2 plus 3 equals 5. That makes sense. It has to be balanced. Whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. If we add 1 to one side, we have to add 1 to the other to keep it balanced. What we need to consider is we've done the opposite here. This was addition, so we have to do the opposite. We have to subtract exactly whatever our number is here. Let's do another one. 7 plus x equals 10. Well, let's subtract 7 from both sides. That gives us 0 plus x equals 3. X equals 3. That makes sense. What are we going to do if it's subtraction? This one gets a little trickier. 10 minus x equals 7. Well, let's add x to both sides. Plus x. Now, x minus x is 0. So 10 minus 0 is 7 plus x. Now we can solve for x. Let's subtract 7 from both sides. 3 equals x. 10 minus 3 equals x. Yes. When we add the opposite, we get 0. If you've got, let's go off to a little tangent here. Let's look at a number line. If I've got positive 2, and then I take away 2, I end up with 0. I've got positive 2, I take away 2, I end up with 0. If I've got negative 2 and I add 2 to it, I get 0. When you add the opposite, you get 0. If it goes up 17 degrees and goes down 17 degrees, goes up 17 degrees and goes down 17 degrees, you end up at 0. When you add the opposite, you get 0. When you add the opposite of x, you get 0. Let's look again. Let's do another one. 11 minus x equals 3. Let's add x to both sides. This is 0. This is just 11. That's what I have left. 11 equals 3 plus x. Now we know what to do. It's what we did with the addition problems. Subtract 3 from both sides. 8 equals x. Does that make sense? 11 minus 8 equals 3? Sure it does. Perfect. That's addition and subtraction. Let's look at multiplication and division. 3 times x equals 15. What's x equal? Well, the opposite of multiplication is division, so we're going to divide both sides by 3. X equals 5. We'll deal with division of variables later on. That'll be next. Let's do one more here. 16x equals 32. You might see that x is equal to 2 because you know 2 times 16 is 32. But let's assume we don't. Divide both sides by 16. We're able to do this just a little bit because this is, we're dividing it by 16. 16 divided by 16. That's 1. 1 times x. That's why this works. This is 16 divided by 16 is 1 times x. We can't divide this by 16 yet. But we can do this part. This is 1 times x. 1 times x. That's why this is x. This becomes x.